Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 15, line it. 15 line.
Out to the right to Humphries. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On second and 11 now. McSorley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Hey, Alpha.
Here we go, D.
On third down, it's McSorley. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Set. 50, plant.
54. Bandit. Bandit.
Ready.
This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Mike 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Go.
On second and 11 now. McSorley. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mike 51. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 51. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, Mike 51.
Sit.
McSorley from the shotgun. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Jones. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want there. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 5.
Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Let's go.
Throwing is McSorley. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A first down throw for Cousins. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Cousins, hard throw, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set, ready, 8, read.
54 Mike.
Bravo.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. On the ball. Mike 54. Mike 50.
Big grip.
On second down, it's McSorley. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point try now for Suckup. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Cousins. Airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Iowa, Amani Hooker.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down now, it's Henderson. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Third down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On the set.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Pick up.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Devin White has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Check 99. Check 99.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
2-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready, set.
Mike 51. Check. Hey, Mike 51. Ready, shoot.
Now McSorley. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. First target, first catch, and a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henderson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's McSorley to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Michael Pruitt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Logan Ryan. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On first down, Henderson, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
60-yard.
A give for Henderson running to the right. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Titans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Here we go, here we go. 51, Mike. Mike 51. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Get it.
McSorley sets to pass. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Cousins now from the 50. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A second down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Bucs on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is... And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's got his man Sharp complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Sharp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Bucs take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go again.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a catch right side by Evans. 15 yards on the play, first down.
X3, 218, shot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Going.
Play action now. Cousins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Hey, Charlie!
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 24 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check 50. Run out! Hey, check 24.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They run once more with Henderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
37-yard line.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, watch the leg.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go, D. 51's the mic, boys.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Push him back. Push him back.
Ready.
On first down, it's Henderson. Tackle made by Justin Evans. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Fair. You're out. Get it.
On third down, it's McSorley. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll go again to Jones. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, there's the option going left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. Shoot.
Check. Crunch. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Here's Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
24 is the mic.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he finds Howard complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Cousins and Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a party now. Defense.
Again, it's Henderson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Titans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now, I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tennessee, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles